I want you to hold me tight. Know the way I'm talking may be devoid of charm.
Hello, everybody. Hey, it's Ted E. Fame, former member of Tony Williams Platters. Hey, listen, I want to wish everybody a happy M.L.K. Day, Martin Luther King birthday today. I hope everybody is doing well. It's a holiday, Monday. I decided to come on, and I was following some of the news stuff that's been being broadcast lately, and seeing the division that's going on in this country now, and seeing how and thinking about how ironic this whole thing is, considering that the group that I'm a former member of was probably one of the most popular vocal groups that white America loved, that was in black act. If anybody knows the history of the Platters was the first black group to have a #1 record on the pop charts back in the 50s. And if you know anything about the music history, you know back in the 50s, we had two charts. We had the pop charts and we had race music. Race music was basically the music that black people created. And the pop charts was basically white music. So you would have the Pat Boones, the Elvis Presleys, people of that nature. And then you would have the Fats Dominoes. Who else? Maybe you would have Ike Turner. That's race music. So it was that time in the mid-50s, I would say around 50, when was the Platters' first hit? It was 1955. So I would say the Platters came on the scene around 1953. They actually formed. So about 54 they got their record deal. So about 55 is when they got their first hit. And you gotta remember, the Platters was the first black group to have a #1 hit on the pop charts now. That's the white charts. And they have 5. They had a #1 hit record on the pop charts each year from 1955 to 1960. Starting with Only You, The Great Pretender, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. I think the other one was My Prayer. And I think the other one, if I'm not mistaken, was Red Tails in the Sunset. If I'm not mistaken, but they had 5. And the white people made this possible, okay? So, and that was at the height of segregation. So, I find it ironic that at the height of segregation, you had a black group that was dominating the white pop charts. And this was because of the white audience listening to that music that made it possible. And here we are in 2021, facing damn near the same type of, to some degree, discrimination and segregation. And I think it's ironic and sad to see the state of the world today, or basically the state of America today. We all know how the power of music can heal. Music has a healing power that is so special, it's beyond spiritual. it can bring, it can, you can relate to anything conscious with music. You don't have to speak the same language. You don't even have to look the same. But the music itself can bring two conscious beings together to enjoy something so natural and sacred as music. That's why, and I'll say subconsciously, because it wasn't consciously that I chose to dedicate my life to music. It was because of that terminology, but I'm imagining that subconsciously it was. Because there were many times in my life where I asked myself, why am I still doing this? And I could never answer why I could do anything else. Nothing else made sense because everything else was just a means to an end. Where music was my whole existence. It is, not was, because I'm still here. So it is everything that makes being alive worthwhile and enjoyable. Here I am in 2021, going on 62 years old, still in relatively good health. Just age is starting to creep in. Still capable of singing and entertaining people. My voice is basically still intact. So I feel like that is something that I'm blessed with, that I'll should be able to continue doing as long as my health is good, which I plan on. Trust me. Prioritizing, making sure my health is good. I don't plan on leaving here anytime soon if it's on to me. Although knowing in the big picture, eventually, we're all gonna cease to exist at some point in a span of space and time. And I have a video that I touch on that about, and it's dealing with consciousness. Check it out. And by the way, if you guys have time, check out some of my music. It's not music that you will relate to the Platters. It's more contemporary type of music, and it's more R&B soulish type of music. So I'm not sure that Platters fans will probably like this music as much as, let's say, contemporary R&B music lovers. But if you have a love for music, it's good music, so I'm sure there'll be certain songs that you'll probably enjoy over other songs. So when you get a chance, check out my catalog, the Teddy Fame catalog of music. You'll see some good stuff there. Again, I'm here today on Martin Luther King's birthday, celebrating another year of life. We have the corona thing I haven't even talked about too much. We're not going to really get into that. I don't think I should even mention that word. Try to take that back, the C thing. And we're dealing with that. Everybody has their own way of dealing with it. And I'm not one to tell anybody how to live their life, because bottom line, it's your life. Okay? You have to live that. And you have to leave here under whatever terms you decided to accept. Same here. So I would say, choose wisely. Try to make good choices. That's what I'm trying to do. I know one day I'm going to cease to exist. But I'll tell you something right now, and I can tell you this with all honesty. Boy, it's so funny. Every time I start recording, you're going to get these trucks going by. But anyway, can't avoid that. That's life, huh? Such is life. I'm going to enjoy it. Not going to. I have been from the day I made a decision to commit my life to entertainment, I decided that I'm gonna enjoy all of it, even the journey. I mean, the journey itself is amazing. From that day to this day, all the ups and downs that you have to go through in this business. For some people, you have to decide whether it's worth it or not. But then again, it's a commitment. By committing to this, I decided not to have a personal family life. So I decided I never got married, don't have any children that I know about. That's a joke. No, I don't have any children. I do know that. I practice safe sex. Trust me. And I actually done everything. Hey, Rosalind Johnson. Hey, Troy. What's up? Happy M.L.K. Day. Hey, if you guys realize, hey, join my channel. I got a whole series on my life as being a member of Tony Williams Platters on there. Got a lot of fans. You'd be surprised how many fans we have. Troy happens to be, Troy Johnson, Rosalind's husband, happens to be Helen's grandson, Tony Williams' grandson. He was one of the, me and him is the same age, so he was like my best guy during the whole time I was a member of Platters. He was like one of the road crew with us, helped the group, you know, maintain and get around. Me and him had like a special bonding during that whole time that I was a member, because you got to remember that he was the grandson. So him being the grandson and me and him are exactly the same age shows you how old. If Troy was Tony Williams' grandson and I'm a member of Tony Williams' group and me and Troy are the same age, that shows you how older everybody was than me. And me being a member of that group for so many years and traveling around the world, Troy can contest to all the things I'm talking about, because most of the stuff that I'm talking about, he was there to witness. I find it strange, it's been so long after Tony's died. I see all these things that's been you find on the internet. I see old airline tickets that was purchased by us for tours that people were selling online, old contracts. I seen all kinds of stuff online. I'm like, wow, people to this day, and people were buying that stuff, and that's what blew my mind. I was like, well, damn, these people have no connections to the Platters. They have some artifacts of the Platters, and they can actually go online and sell this stuff, and people are buying this. Wow. Then let me get on and create a channel and make this right. Thank you very much for that, Roz. You saw me. You knew what I did. You was aware of it. You was there. You saw me live. You know how what I did. I don't even have to talk about it, brag about it. I got enough people who witnessed what I brought to the Platters to know my significant meaning to that group. And I thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, so all these things in life, man, we make these choices. And my choice of doing what I'm doing and what I chose to do in my life led me to where I'm at today. I'm here in LA. Oh, this is Troy. All right, I see Rosalind. So you're using Rosalind's page, I guess, because her name is on there. What's good, baby boy, Troy? Hey, Troy, why are you here? Let me ask you why you here. Because I left Helen's house with I had a lot of videos of us that I had put in the closet and stuff. Do you know what happened to those videos? Especially of some of those concerts. The only thing I have is the one you're seeing up now is the thing that we did that on Showtime. So that one, we just had that one song. But you got a whole hour or 2 hours concert that we did at that, I think it was some type of, what was it? Some type of business thing. And we were the special guest there. If you do, man, see if you can, like, download it or somehow get it to me, because I want to add that to my collection of Platters stuff. And, you know. Oh, man, Rick lost it in the storage? Oh, Jesus. Hey, what is the name of that dude? That white guy who used to follow us all around and used to videotape us. I especially remember him in New Jersey when we were down and we did a week in New Jersey down at the pier down there. I forgot, Seaside Park. I think it was Seaside Park we were down at. And we did a week there or something. We stayed out there. What was that guy's name? Because he has so much video of us. And if I can contact him, I would love to see if I can get some of those videos from him. He was there at all of our shows. What was his name? White dude, older white dude. Thanks, man. If you find it, yeah, let me know, because, you know, I want to get a copy of me singing Wash the Shore. I don't have a copy of me doing those solos. I just have the thing of us and me, you know, Shout. If I could find a copy of me doing Shout, man, because, you know, people don't know. People have no idea what Shout did for that group and how people reacted with that song. You know, I tell a story how we added that song to the show, which is kind of funny. I don't know if you remember. It happened in West Palm Beach, Florida, your hometown. If you remember the story, you remember how we added that song to the thing. And like we shocked everybody with it. Anyway, yeah, if you can do that, man, you know, send it to my private Facebook. You know how to reach me, man. You got all my information, because I would love to get a copy of that, especially Wash the Shore. Remember I used to do that spin? I want to see if I can find anybody got a copy of doing, because I remember doing that little spin. Remember every time Wash the Shore do that little spin? I love that song because of that spin. I love that song only because I get to do that spin. And I would love to see that. Thank you. And hey, right here, folks, there's a person here who can vouch for everything I said about my being a participant of the Platters. There's a person that was there who witnessed all this stuff firsthand and can vouch for everything I'm saying now. Thanks for coming on, Troy. Thanks for coming on. Hey, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Is that my cousin? What's up, cuz? Tracy. Hey, you need to come over, cuz, and thank you. I'm happy you guys are so proud of me. You like that smile, man? Hey, I'll be 62 years old. I'm an old man now. Yeah, come on over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel so you can follow me on the regular. You know, that'd be great. Y'all know I'm out here in LA. I've been out here in LA now, going on since 07. I'm like, 12 years or something like that now? Man, you don't believe it. LA was like a change of life for me. The weather, here it is, Monday, January 18th? And it's like 75, almost 82 degrees outside today, man. You know, crazy. LA weather. You know, I'm loving it. I love it out here. I can never leave. Well, I am going to leave eventually, but I'm not coming back to live in New York. I come to visit. But there's too much of the world out here to discover. Actually, my next move, which I'm going to make my first visit this year, is West Africa. I'm going to take a little vacation to a little small country called the Gambia. I'll be going out there sometime this year. Hopefully, I'm going to wait till this whole pandemic thing passes, you know, with the vaccine shots and all that crazy stuff and keeping you restricted from going places. I want to let this whole pass. So I might even not be able to make it this year. Might have to wait till next year, actually. But I want this whole thing to pass. Out here, as far as music, yeah, there's more places to play. I put it like that. There's more opportunities to work. Yeah. But I don't know, in terms of growth, opportunities to be an artist, you can do that anywhere. As long as you got this good music and you got this internet, we don't need record labels. A site, what's it called? I forgot the name of the site, but there's a lot of sites out there where you can actually start your own record label and put out your own music and collect money and go directly to you. We don't really need record labels anymore. But as far as opportunity to play, yeah, because there's more places to play out here. But the thing out here is, man, there's not a lot of places that's trying to pay you. Out here, you make your money. Yeah, SoundCloud is one of them. You make your money out here by filling in the room. How many people? Reverb Nation is what I was thinking about. Yeah, Reverb Nation. That one there, you can do a lot on there. I'm actually, man, I got music on those online that I'm still making money off to this day. Not a lot of money. I'm not gonna even talk about it because not really much to talk about, but it's something. And every month I get something deposited directly into my bank account from CD Baby. Because a lot of my stuff now is being streamed. And the streaming, I'm getting paid more from streaming now than anything. The streaming, I got all these different streams, and it depends on how your songs are doing on the streaming, and you know, and whether you want to pay those streaming fees. And if you're making enough money, then maybe the streaming fees are worth it. But if you're not making more than the streaming fees are, then you have to ask yourself, how much is it worth it for you? But everybody individual. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I got songs that I wrote when I was with the Platters. Am I streaming any of that song music? No. I'm only streaming music from the albums that I released from 2000. That stuff when I did when I was in the Platters, that's all like between 2000 and 2012. I released 3 CDs and all that music. Thank you. I look great. Thank you. Yeah. Time catches up with all of us, so don't. You know, they say black don't crack though, right? But you know, I'm taking care of myself. I'm eating right. I'm eating good. Trying to watch my weight, keep my weight at a good level. Never let it get too much. So I'm trying to do that. But yeah, what was I saying? Anyway, just, yeah, that music. So you gotta find what works for you and like that. Now, I still say that we live in a time now, and Troy, you would know this, being a music lover. Hey, I gotta give you props, man. I see what you're posting on Facebook. I see, man, you want to be Prince now, huh? You playing all these different instruments. I see you playing the trumpet. I said, look at Troy playing the trumpet, playing keyboard, playing the bass, playing the guitar. I said, look at little Troy. I've seen, man. Look, I'll never take that away from you, man. You love music. Music is in your veins. You are a music lover. I give you that. I give you that. To this day, you still have a passion for music like you did, 30 years ago. When we was kids, 30, 40 years ago, when we were young men together. You still have that same passion. And so do I, man. As you've seen, I play piano and everything now. For the love of music, we do it because we love it. This makes me happier, and the fact that I got to do all this stuff after I left the Platters, going overseas with my own groups. It takes time, man. You'll get it. Takes time, but if you love it as much as I do, it'll happen. And trust me, it'll happen for you because I know how much you love music. Talk about the Cafe Wow. I got a lot of series, man. I'm gonna be talking about a lot of stuff. Thanks, Troy, because you know my history. I've done a lot of shit out there. Cafe Wow. I got videos of me out of Cafe Wow. I had my spotlight down at the Cafe Wow, and people at the Cafe Wow know that. They know. Ain't no fronting. They know. And especially in the late 80s, between 85 and 92, Teddy Fame. You better put some respect on my name. Cafe Wow, I know. There's a lot of haters down that mug, but they know. Especially all them haters that came after 92, that had no knowledge of the history. But I got the videos, the proof. How I used to rock that joint. How I used to rock that funky joint. We're going to be talking about that. We're talking about my 10 years that I spent in Japan. We're talking about my time in Tokyo at the famous Pickfoot Live House, playing in a Science International band, which I got videos on my channel about that too. One of the greatest bands in Japan at the time. I would say from 1990 to 2000, the Science Band in Tokyo was the band everybody talked about. And if anybody was in Tokyo, Japan in the 90s, and it was in Roppongi, they know about Pickfoot Live House. And if they know about Pickfoot Live House, they know about the Science International Band. And from 1992 to 1995, Teddy Fame was a member of that band. That's right. And they know. Got the videos of that too. So yeah, I got a long history. What you got there? If you have film footage of that, I remember Johnny Kemp, Orange Juice Jones. Yeah, I was doing my joint before Johnny Kemp them at the Cafe Wow. And I got film of me at the Cafe Wow. I got some good footage of me in 1990, at the height of my career at the Cafe Wow, where I had my own 20-minute show I used to put on nightly there. Rocking the house. I had the dancers. We was doing everything from Bobby Brown to Prince. I was doing it then. Got documented. I got receipts. It's all on go to my channel. Go to Teddy Fame, formerly of the Platters channel. Subscribe. Check out my playlist. You'll see all of it. I got videos, everything. Yeah. Dance steps like crazy, and you know this. And you know this. Dance steps like crazy, and you know this. Tracy, I remember your brothers and I coming see you perform at Cafe Wild to see. Oh, y'all came to see me at Cafe Wild? What year? Tracy, do you remember the year you came to see me at Cafe Wild? Like I said, I got videos on this channel of that time. Matter of fact, Kevin, oh, was you with Kevin? Because Kevin was the one who recorded, I thank Kevin for that. My little brother, Kevin Williams, he came out that night. So you was with Kevin that night when he came out there and he videotaped my show. And that documented me. Without that Kevin coming out and documenting that, people would come up with all kind of bullshit. But because I had that documentation, you saw how I rocked that house. Kevin tell you. Oh, the club next to Ladyland. That was called Cafe Fiend John. Oh, you remember that spot too? Yeah, that's when I had my own band. See, that was a spinoff. That was a spinoff. The Electric Ladyland is the recording studio that Jimi Hendrix built. There was a club right next door to that called Fiend John. And I got booked there with my band, a weekly spot there. That band was a band I used to audition at Sweetwater's for my first job outside the Platters with my own group to go to Japan. That's when we went to, where we go? Osaka. We went to Osaka, Japan. That was 1990, summer 1990. And it was because of that group that I had down at Cafe Fiend John. Wow, you bring back memories. Bring back memories. We had a great time. Yeah, sure did. Yep, Jimi Hendrix, everybody performed at the Cafe Wild. Bill Cosby, Richard Pryor. Yeah, Cafe Wild is a historical landmark down in the Greenwich Village. A lot of people in the entertainment business got their break at the Cafe Wild. And it's still open to this day. And the Wild Band is still there. I was there in the mid-'80s when they re-established the Cafe Wild and they created the Wild Band. I was there from the inception. Yes. That was 85, 86 when Norm Dorman, young kid that was going to NYU, whose father owned the place, Andy Dorman, and he started taking over duties for the club, and he played guitar, and he wanted to do something besides the music that they were playing. He wanted to play some rock and roll. And yeah, I helped establish the black people coming down there, because after I became popular down there, they gave me a night. It was a Tuesday night, their only night they wasn't performing, and let me bring Uptown down to the Cafe Wild. We had the first soul music night down there that's where I first put the band together. A guy named Nick Jones was my MC, and it was like kind of like the Apollo talent show, and we would give money to whoever did the best. We had an audience say who was the best that night. Remember when me and Moms came to see you perform at the cafe in Manhattan? Nah, Marcus, I don't remember that. I mean, at the Cafe Wild? Y'all came to the Cafe Wild to see me? What year? I do remember y'all coming to see me with the Platters. I do remember that. But that was in Brooklyn. That's when we performed with the Platters. And Dink came to see me in the Platters at the Beacon Theater. I don't know, was you with her that night? When she came to the Beacon Theater to see me perform with the Platters? or at the at Madison Square Garden. Then y'all come to see me at the Garden, at the Felt Forum, when I performed with the Platters there, at the Oldies night there. Yeah, Troy, you remember that was fire, huh? Hey, Troy, you got a lot of history, man, a lot of musical history and knowledge. I suggest that you start your own YouTube channel and talk about all that knowledge and history you have here, man. People will be, just like people are watching me talk about the stuff, you got a lot of wealth and knowledge that people will be definitely interested in knowing about. Matter of fact, you see behind me, right? You see the pictures, the proof up there. That's my history right there. That's a Platters history right there. That's Teddy. Troy remember a lot. Troy remember most of this stuff. Troy remembers that. He was there, most of that stuff. That is Singapore. Singapore right there. That night in Singapore. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, like a podcast, like I'm doing here. This is like, yeah, start your own cast. And what you do is, you know, you come up with different subjects for content to talk about that you think people will be interested in. You got a lot of stories. You could talk about your time with the Platters from your perspective, from the way you saw all the places. You could talk about Israel, because you love to bring up Israel for some reason. All the places we go, you always love to bring up Israel. So you could talk about Israel, you know, Japan, Jamaica, Aruba, Puerto Rico. Shall I go on? I mean, I'm trying to, I can't remember. You can fill in blanks for me, man, because, you know, you got to see the audience from the audience perspective. So I can only talk about from being on stage and from what I've seen on stage off, but you could talk about being off stage and seeing how the audience react to us, and, you know, and from your perspective and how you felt about it when you was there, watching all that stuff, you know, and the relations you had with Tony and the Platters. I mean, people would love to hear all that stuff, man. You can be, and you get enough followings, you get enough people watching you, you can make money doing this. And who don't like to make money? Doing something they enjoy doing. And this is something I enjoy. This is something I'm really going to get a kick out of. This podcast thing here, this video blog, I'm going to try to expand this to a regular show and see where it takes me, man. Because this is, I'm getting, as you can see in my page, I'm getting followers and people coming and they are liking what they see. What can I say? So I'm going to continue doing this. I'm going to try to go live at least maybe 2 to 3 times a week, maybe every other day if I can. Depends on my schedule and stuff. You know, like I said, with this pandemic happening and we can't work. You know, I hadn't worked. I have not sung in front of an audience since last March. Last March is the last time I sung in front of an audience, which is crazy. Oh no! I'm sorry. I sung a couple of months ago. A little something I did with my boy Tones and my boy Sticks out here in California. A little outdoor thing that we did. A little impromptu thing. We did that. So that was the last time. That was a couple of months ago. I think it was in December. November or December, one of those months we did that little thing. We haven't sung that. And yeah, so looking forward to getting back and singing again, but you know, times, it's going to be different now. I don't even know what to expect. Yeah, SoundCloud. I'm going to SoundCloud my podcast too. You're right about that. I'm definitely going to SoundCloud it right now. Basically, I'm just running off. I'm simulcasting it now on YouTube and Facebook. So every time I go live now, I can actually go to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So I've got people commenting on my page here that's actually on Facebook who's watching me. Now people like yourself that's on YouTube watching me commenting on it. So I'm going both ways. Yeah, met lots of the greats in the business. Like I said, we got the history. And Troy, you know, crazy as it sounds, we're the last living people that have a connection to that era, who actually could say that we were in these people's presence, on stage with these people, socialized with these people. They're all gone now. You know, all gone. Remember the first time we came out here to California? Remember the first time we was booked out here, what was that, 86, 87, 87? And we was out there in the Mojave Desert. And they had that free concert out there, and we were the headliners, and we followed the Righteous Brothers. And they had to fly us by helicopters from the motels and flew us backstage, and we landed backstage. Man, I felt like the freaking Beatles. You know, flying that helicopter and land backstage, and we jump out the helicopter, run on stage, do our show, finish our show, jump, and fly back over those people. Man, let me tell you something. You had to be there. Only a few people know what I'm talking about. And everybody who was everybody, it was like a 3-day affair. So everybody was on that show. Am I right, Troy? I missed that. Oh, you wasn't at that one? You missed that concert? I thought you was with us that one. You was with us for nothing. You was there when we filmed that shit for Showtime. That Showtime rock and roll classic reunion when we did in New York. Yeah, you was there with Ray Charles. We did Ray Charles, where was that, Atlanta? At the Omni? The Civic Center. I think it was the Civic Center in Atlanta, where we was on the show with Ray Charles. Yeah. Yeah, you got, look, man. You got as much history as I do. So you need to go up here, start your page, and talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Can we talk about it? You know, do some talking, man. Hey, you'd be surprised how much people want to hear these stories. You know, just remember, you was a kid at one time, and you had all your imagination about all these famous people, and wonder what was life on the road, and would love to hear stories about that. Well, now you're a grown man who's on the road with all these stories to share. I'm sure you share a lot of these stories with your daughters or the young people and tell them a lot of these things. You know, talk about it all, man. You know, I even mentioned Joe Ham. I told Joe Ham Joe Ham has a lot of history he needs to talk about with us. You know, hey Troy, I meant to ask you. George Reese. Is George still alive? I know Bob Rivers is dead. We talking about the two bass singers from the Platters. The two bass singers that were the primary bass singers in the Platters when I was a member. Bob Rivers and George Reese. George was my favorite. George was like Melvin Franklin. George had that Melvin Franklin bass. I'm telling you, George would sing Old Man River. George sung the hell out of Old Man River. Telling you. Used to love singing that song. George Reese. So, is George still alive, Troy? Love to talk about George. Great times, great memories. Man, just thinking about it now, a lot of stuff is coming back that I kind of forgot about. I love bringing it back up. And you bringing it back to mind now, so it's kind of cool, you know, doing this again. Yeah, man, I miss those concerts too, man. Yeah, like talking about all that stuff this spring. You know, I'm so happy and blessed that I had the opportunity to have the life that I have. Amazing drummer, Joe Ham. Talking about Joe Ham. I'm talking about George Reese, the bass singer, the singer. Amazing drummer. You talking about Joe? Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. You say you haven't saw George once downtown Brooklyn. Haven't seen him since. Well, that means he's probably not with us anymore. It's a shame. You know, time catches up with all of us, man. You know, do the best you can with your life. Live the best you can with your life. Try to have. I can tell you this. I'm saying this to everybody that's watching or that will be watching at a later time. I have no regrets, man. I lived my freaking life the way I wanted to. I done everything I wanted to. Did I do it to a full extreme like I envisioned? No. But I got there. I've been there. I done that. Yeah, Johan, man. Me and Johan communicate a lot. So yeah, I've been there. I've done that. Traveled around the world. Flew on airplanes. Would have never flown an airplane if I wasn't in the music business. Flew all over the world, like I said. You know, been on TV. You know, made records. Done it all. You know, not everybody is fortunate enough to go to the ultimate extreme and be filthy rich and famous. But I got something all those filthy rich and famous people don't have. I'm still alive. They're all dead. Think about that. All those people that we grew up admiring, wishing we were like, could be like, envying, feeling some type of envious of, they're all gone. I'm still here. I wouldn't trade that for nothing in the world. So yeah, I fulfilled all my dreams. I got a history here. Proof of my history. I look up on my walls every day and remind me of my past. Had a great career. I damn sure did maximize my career and still am. It ain't over. As long as I'm breathing and can still sing, my career still goes on. So I have that to be proud of. And who knows what the future holds? Only the future knows that. And looking forward to that. Man, this is a great life. Great life, great life, great life. You know, so we're here again on M.L.K. Day. And we're reminiscing. Basically, this broadcast was to connect with people. You know, look, although I was fortunate to do stuff that most people, the average person, would never imagine in their life doing, that don't make me no better or different than anybody else, okay? We all still human beings. I bleed. I take a shit like everybody else. So we're all the same. You know? The thing is, just be happy with what you decide to do with your life. And if you're not, and if you're still alive, if you're watching this, you're still alive, you can change it. You can do what you want to do in life. That's your choice. It's never too late. It's never too late to live and be you. I lived and be, and I am me. And I'll be me until I can't breathe anymore. But yeah, I came on today to just to connect with you people. I'm just gonna be doing this from now on, I think unless I got something really important, the only videos I'll be doing is live streaming. Unless I got something really important that I want to make a video of, you'll see me just be doing a lot of live streaming lately. I want to make a connection with you people out there on the internet, on the site, and have a rapport with you guys. And let's talk. Like, I'll look back with people. I need a lot more of you guys to come on down and hang out with me and talk. We can talk about anything. We want to talk about the Platters. We want to talk about my life. It's all good. That's right. Never underestimate small beginnings. It leads to bigger things in life. So I'm not gonna overdo this. I think an hour maximum should be enough for live streaming, so people don't get bored with you. So I'm gonna cut this live stream short for today. But I'm gonna come back on this week, probably Wednesday. I'm probably going Wednesday and Thursday, do it back to back that night, and just connect with you guys. I see around this time, it's like 5, 6, 7 o'clock p.m. LA time. So that makes it 3 hours ahead in New York time or the East Coast time. So it seems like a lot of people are on around this time. So I'm going to be coming on live around this time when I do come on in the future. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my page and hit the notification button so you'll be aware whenever I go live again. You'll know when I'm on. All right? So once again, I want to wish everybody love, peace, soul, baby. I love you. I hope you enjoy visiting me and come back and see me again, all right? Until next time, Teddy Fame, I'm out.